Hello everyone, my name is Angel and welcome back to my channel. I cannot believe that it is already December. I feel like so much has happened in my life, so much growth, so much grief, so many emotions throughout the month of November, and I just want to take this opportunity to kind of reflect on November and get us excited for a new month, a fresh start, and to welcome December to the chat. To start with that, this is going to be the first of my Vlogmas videos. This is kind of like the introduction of Vlogmas, so like this isn't really like the Vlogmas vibes I'm going to be giving, but I do want to address Vlogmas. I feel like when I was growing up, Vlogmas was such a happy time on YouTube. It was like a great opportunity to really check in with your favorite creators and see how they celebrate the holidays and see what they're up to, and it's something that always made me happy when I was a kid, so I thought I might as well try it for myself as an adult now. I know it's not as popular anymore, but basically it is you vlog every single day in the month of December and kind of document life, and that's why I made this channel. I want to document my life. I want to look back in 10 years and see what 24-year-old Angel was up to, what she was doing, what she was liking, what she was hating, and what she was learning. And over the last couple of weeks, I've actually gone back to my old OG YouTube channels, which is so funny because I really thought that I wasn't gonna be able to like ever see those videos again because I didn't remember my password to my YouTube channel from, I don't know, 2013, like duh, like who would remember that? But I forget that like Google saves your information to your phone number. So it sent me a text and I was able to recover so many lost files, and I'm so emotional about it because as a creator, 10 years ago versus being a creator now. Being a creator 10 years ago, you really had your own safe space on the internet to kind of be you and be unique and do what you wanted to do. Now I feel like there's so many eyes. There's a lot of like bots, there's a lot of hate comments. There's just a lot more negativity online than I feel like there was when I started. Or maybe I was just 10 years younger and I was just oblivious to the fact that those things existed. But either way, it was a precious time to be on YouTube. It was a precious time to be on social media. And it made me so happy to like see what 15-year-old Angel was doing, because that girl was crazy. Like, I knew I was crazy growing up, but like when I look at videos for me, first of all, I have a couple questions. One, where were my parents? Like, where were my parents? That's like number one question. Why were you guys not watching me? Because the stuff I was doing was a little questionable. But again, memories that I was able to go back and look on, and I was able to share with my younger cousin, and I was like, girl, like look at the stuff I was doing when I was in high school, like look at the things I was up to. And she and her mom were like, we should have been watching you better. And I agree, y'all should have been, but you weren't, and I lived the best life. So looking back at those memories has inspired me to get behind the camera, get more chatty, yap more, and let myself create another safe space. There's gonna be haters everywhere you go. There's gonna be people who don't like you. There's gonna be people who are jealous, envious, have to voice their opinion every minute of the day. But for me, I really don't care. I think that's like November life lesson number one is I have got to stop caring and wearing the weight of the world on my shoulders. I can't do it anymore. And for me, I like to take these monthly recaps and I want them to be a way for me to kind of like live and let go of situations and experiences and reflect on the things that have happened to me at the end of each month, and allow me to kind of like just say like, fuck it, we ball, and move into the next month. So as we get into December, I'm so excited for like what's to come and the experiences I'm gonna have and the things I'm gonna do. This is my first Christmas being engaged and my last Christmas being engaged, because next year, this time I will be getting married. Wow. I just got chills like down my body. Let's get into the November recap and get excited for Vlogmas. November was a lot. I think not just for me, I think it was a lot for the 92%, and I also think it was a lot for us. I don't know if there was something in the air, something in the water, if the moon was doing that thing that it does that fucks everything up, but everything that could have gone wrong for me in the month of November 2024 was shit. Like everything went to shit in this last month, and I really think it forced me to sit down and reflect on everything. To reflect on my relationships, to reflect on how I'm spending my time, to reflect on who and what matters to me the most. Because I feel like sometimes we just go, and we never check in with ourselves. And that's the first thing I want to just check with you about today is just, how are you doing? Like, have you checked in with you? Are you good? Because I know a lot of times we worry so much about everybody else that we forget to check in with us. And even when I say I'm checking in with me, I'm only checking in with me like 10% and checking in on everybody else 90%. But this month I decided to give myself 90 and everybody else 10. And it was crazy how the tables turned. And I realized this month that I was not taking care of myself the way that I should. I realized I was running myself on empty for people who didn't appreciate me at all. You might be wondering, like, Angel, don't just jump to conclusions. How do you know people don't care about you? I asked. Point blank period, I asked. Because one thing about me, I'm gonna get shit off my chest. I am not gonna dwell on shit. I'm gonna get it off my chest. And I reached out to a girl and I was like, hey, like, I don't really feel like you value me. Like, I don't feel valued in our relationship. And she basically responded by saying, yeah, you are totally valid to feel like shit in our relationship because I don't value you. That's what she said. I'm not saying that's what she meant to say. I'm just saying that's what she said. Now, for me, that was a hard stop for me. I was like, hold the fuck on. Wait a minute. No, I'm not the one. Y'all know I'm not the one. I overreacted abrasively, rashly, crazily. I just had enough for the month and I let her have it. So the last couple of weeks, I've just been like thinking to myself, like, one, why are you acting so big? Why are you moving so big? Like, why are you giving out so much negative energy? Because that's not like me. Like, usually I'm big enough of a person who I can just be like, you know what, whatever. But this month, I have not been a bigger person. If anything, you want to go low, I'll go lower. That was the motto for November 2024. Last week, I posted a video about my friend Nyla, who passed away 2 years ago, and just like the grief of like reflecting 2 years later on her death and her life. And that was really hard for me because I still coach swimming. And so most days I love coaching. Like coaching, I've been coaching almost 10 years. I'm coming up on 10 years of coaching next year, which is crazy. But typically, if you ask me like what brings me joy in life, it'd be coaching. I love coaching. I love my kids. I love what I do. I love the next generation. But this month, oh no. With the anniversary of Nyla's death, it had me so in my feelings about coaching and swimming and, you know, how I felt about that. It really came to light for me. And I just shut down. I was like, you know what? I don't even want to be at the pool. I can't. Like, I don't even want to see kids. I don't want to be near kids. I am not mentally in the space to show up for the kids. I'm just not. And I removed myself from the situation. And typically, I would never do that because I'm always thinking like, well, I need to put the kids first. Like, I don't want them to be struggling or missing out or doing things because I'm not there. But for the first time in forever, cue Frozen soundtrack, I had to put me first. I was like, you know what, Angel, you can't worry about the kids and not worry about yourself. Because you can't show up as the best coach you can be if you're not showing up as the best person you can be for yourself and your mental and your physical. So I dealt with that. And then, you know, while I'm trying to process all the feelings from Nyla's death 2 years ago, my uncle died. Recently, in the recent November 2024. And I tried to process that and I was like, okay, like I'm already going through enough. I knew my uncle had cancer and I knew like my dad was going to see him a lot, and then boom, he was dead. And I had to figure out how I was gonna deal with that on top of everything else I was dealing with. And then I had to book a last minute flight to Nashville. I had to travel to Nashville and be with my family and have all these conversations, and it was just very draining. Very draining. And then, you know, I'm working and I'm trying to like navigate all these things with work, and I'm trying to prioritize the now with work, but also look into the future of what do I want my career to be? What do I want my life to be like? Because I feel like I've been getting very complacent. So there's been so many things happening for me, and it got to the point where I was like, damn, I'm clocking out. Like I just physically and emotionally, mentally needed to just check out of life for the month of November. Like I needed to go. Like there was nothing. November owes me nothing, to say the least. And with all those things going on, it kind of was nice for me to just kind of be like, you know what? Whatever happens, happens. Like I'm done trying to go above and beyond for everybody. I'm done trying to force things. I just want to see what happens in life when I just take a step back. Who do I hear from? Who reaches out to me? Who checks in on me? My friend Isabella, I swear to you, that bitch in a nice way. She has texted me almost every single day, if not twice a day, just checking up on me. She's like, hey girl, are you okay? Are you okay? Do you need anything? How's your family? How's your mom? How's your dad? How's your aunt? How's everything going? Are you okay? Do you need anything? Do you need me? Mind you, this girl's like 6 months pregnant. I'm like, girl, you worry about you and your baby. Don't worry about me. I'm all right. And she was like, no, like you're my friend. I'm going to worry about you. The same way that she's already going through her own pregnancy and she's dealing with her own stuff. And she was like, no, girl, you are a priority to me. That was what I needed this month. I just needed my friends who prioritize me to come to the front of the room without me having to ask and without me having to beg for it. Oh, if you need me, come. Like, no, if I need you to show up. I need you. I don't have the energy to let you know that I need you. I need you to feel that something's off with me. I need you to know. I usually hear from Angel every day and I haven't heard from her. What's she up to? Is she okay? Is she good? Does she need something? And it's funny because this month I called 2 of my best friends, which I don't do. And both of them were like, hey, are you good? Why are you calling my phone right now? Like, no pretext. I was just like, boom call. I was just like, I need to talk to Isabella right now. I need to talk to Alyssa right now. Like, I just need to hear their voice. I just need to talk. I just need to chat. I just need them. I need my friends. And both of them, they answered. They're like, hey girl, what's up? And we talked for hours. Just about life, about everything. But it just made me feel good. It made me feel good to know that like the effort I put into my relationships do show up for me. And it was enough to get me through the month. It was enough to get me to today. It was enough to get me to December. And yeah, like I just haven't been prioritizing myself. And like a big thing is like, I am always sick. I have a whole bunch of allergies. I can't see. Like I have so many problems. Like the list of problems goes on. And I was like, I need to sit down with my computer. I need to make some appointments to go to the doctor. I called my boss. I was like, hey, I'm going to take some time. I need to go to the doctor. I need to do X, Y, Z. She's like, girl, do your thing. I was like, period. That's what I like to hear. Women supporting women every day. But yeah, I will definitely, for the foreseeable future through 2025, I will be taking a step back from everybody. I just want to see with my own 2 eyes who shows up for Angel. That's all I want to know. And sometimes I feel like that's selfish. Like, oh, like you can't just take a step back. I can. Actually, I can do whatever I want to do. And that is something that I got from watching those videos of me from like 2013, 2014. Teenage angst Angel did not have a singular fuck to give anybody except for herself. She was the cockiest son of a bitch I have ever seen. Like, if you were to see the videos I was posting on YouTube in 2013, you would have fucking thought, like, the audacity was high, the cockiness was high, but she was happy. And it's funny to look back at videos and see what life looks like when you're happy, when you're worried about yourself and you're worried about your future. I feel like right now for me, I'm worried about so many other people and making sure everybody else enjoys life that I'm forgetting to enjoy life for me. And the whole point of this YouTube channel and this platform is supposed to be romanticizing life in my 20s, authentic life in my 20s. And I realized when I show up to my YouTube channel that a lot of the times I like to show up as my best self. I'm like, oh, I can't film if I don't look good. I can't film if I'm not this. I can't film it. No, I have to show up as the woman I am today. And she's not always great. She's not always together. She's not always a 10 out of 10. And I had a meeting today and, you know, we do like an icebreaker introduction at the beginning of all of our meetings. And the presenter, Winnie, the first slide was introduce yourself. And then on a scale of like 1 to 10, where are you at today? Emotionally, physically, mentally. And it was like, are you a yellow? Are you a red? Are you a green? Like, do you feel great? Are you drained? Do you need extra support? And like, for me, I typically, like when I show up, I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm green. I'm 10 out of 10. And today I was like, you know what? I started off in the red the last couple weeks, but I finally made it to like a very light green, almost yellow. And just to acknowledge that in a group in a room full of women was like, I never could have imagined me doing something like that. Like, being honest. I always worry about everybody else. Like, how are you doing? Like, I'm like a yellow, but like, if you're a red, like, who cares if I'm a yellow? Let me make you a green. I'm very much always filling up the other glass before filling my cup. And I saw a TikTok. It was a religious TikTok, and I'm not very religious, so I didn't quite understand it. But the premise was, my cup runneth over. So I should give to others the overflow from my cup, not fill their cup before filling mine. Does that make sense? So when we talk about glass half empty, glass half full, and full cup, I should fill my water bottle, and everything that flows over is what I can give to others. There's that. And I'm so grateful that I have Thanksgiving to experience and time with family to really like hone in the end of November for me, because that's what I needed. I needed to be around my family. I needed to be around my best friend. Honestly, if I could be around Corey Wimberly every single day till I died, would be the ideal situation. It's just been a month for me. And it's crazy to admit that, like, I'm not 100%, and like taking time and inconveniencing others to prioritize me has been very uncomfortable for me, like so uncomfortable. Like, it's actually one of the worst feelings I've had in a minute. But on the flip side, it's been very good. So there's that. Another thing that has really been on my mind this last month is trying to navigate and how to deal with people not appreciating my time, people not valuing my time and the effort I put into things. I've noticed for me, I'm someone who does a lot behind the scenes. Like, I'm not really in your face. Like, if I'm gonna do something for you, I'm just gonna do it and I'm gonna let you know when it's done. I'm not gonna be like, hey girl, like, I did this for you today. Like, do you wanna give me a gold star? I'm not one of those people. If you ask me to do something, I'm gonna get it done. I'm gonna circle back and be like, hey girl, I got this done for you. Even if I'm up every night till 3 a.m. working on something for you that you asked me to do, I will do it quietly, peacefully, because that's just the kind of person I am. And this month, I've noticed that not everybody appreciates that, one. But two, not everybody works the same way that I work. Not everybody is giving everything they do 150,000% like I do. And in my meeting tonight, there was a girl and she said, usually I run at 150%, but this week I'm only running on 75%, and I notice it's not enough for everyone. So I show up at 150% every day, everywhere. It doesn't matter how I'm feeling, I will fake it till I make it. But I notice the second I start functioning on like a 70%, or even dare say it, a 99%, people clock it. People notice when I'm not showing up the same way. But what is it to them? I'm gonna show up how I need to show up for me. And if I've noticed anything in the month of November, it's that not everybody has my best interest at heart. So moving forward, I will not have yours. Call it petty, call it immature. I'm calling it growth. I'm calling it an angel's life lesson. Stop putting more into others than they put into you. That is where I'm at. That's what I've learned. And moving into Vlogmas, moving into December, moving into the season of giving. Ooh, when I say a girl is taking a step back, it's like, ooh, do I really want to give? Do I want to contribute as much as I usually do? Because if you're not going to give me the same I'm giving you, then why should I give you anything? I feel like I should give you the same nothing that you give me, the same penny you give me. I'm not going to take that penny and make it $100. I'm going to leave it as a penny. Actually, I'll double it. I'll give you 2 pennies. But that's all you're getting out of me. I'm over it. Like, I don't care anymore. I'm going to be all right. And if I'm not all right, you will catch me in another country very soon. You know why? Because I'm educated and I can afford to do that. Can't say the same for everybody else, but I can say that for me. And I will take all the opportunities that this life gives me. And that leads me into this next thing. I am not taking advantage of the opportunities and the blessings that come my way. I'm not. Are you? Are you wasting time? Are you not doing what you need to be doing? Because I feel like I have gotten really sidetracked. I feel like my goals are so close, but for some reason I keep telling myself they're unattainable when that's not true. You can accomplish anything that you put your mind to in this life. And I have realized that I need to put my mind into me, my family, my hobbies, my goals, my aspirations, and focus on that. Focus on the things that fill me up. Where's my phone? I know I had a couple other things I wanted to talk about tonight, but I do not remember what they are. Oh, can't believe I forgot to mention this. I feel like I dabbled on it before, but I want a full dive into this next thing. Not everybody has to be your friend. Not everybody has to be your friend. You don't have to like everybody. You are actually, believe it or not, allowed to separate yourself from people who no longer serve you. I don't know if you needed to hear that. I needed to hear it, so I'm going to share that with you. Not everybody has to be your friend. You don't have to be nice to everybody. Well, my mom would beg to differ on that statement, but overall, it's okay to not overshare about your life in situations that make you uncomfortable to everybody just because they ask. It's okay to set boundaries. Yeah. That's something I'm going to be doing moving forward. Setting more boundaries. And honestly, just ignoring people. I'm just going to just ignore people. Be like, oh, well, I don't want to talk about that right now. Let's just stay focused on what we're doing. I put so much energy and love into the people in my circle. And I've just decided that I'm no longer interested in putting that effort and adoration into people who are not in my circle. I just don't have any energy for it. And as I'm getting older, my back's starting to hurt. I'm starting to get tired. I'm starting to get cranky. And I'm not putting effort into things I don't want to put effort into anymore. Moral of the video. Have you guys gotten that? That's what we've learned in November. Do less. As for the month of December, what do we have on the docket? I think December is going to be different. It's going to be a lot of trying to figure out who I am. I will be going home for Christmas, so that's fun. I'm going to go stay with my parents, and I'm going to stay with my aunt and uncle, so that will be a vibe. Being at their house is such a vibe. Like being around my aunt, my uncle, my cousins, it is the best vibe. I cannot describe it. I don't have any more travel planned for this year outside of that. In 2 weeks, I should hear from my wedding venue to let me know if we are good for our wedding. And if so, I will share with you guys a tour of our wedding venue. If it's not good, which is likely, another thing that's been stressing me out is I'm only able to book my wedding venue 1 year out. And if I'm getting married in December, she's here. Yeah, December is here. So either I'm going to get married in December or I'm going to go back into the dates of 2025 and work with them to find a day that works for the venue and everything I want. So fingers crossed for me. If you're thinking of me, please do whatever you gotta do. Pray, put a hex on them, whatever. Please give me my wedding date. I feel like everything happens for a reason. And if that date isn't available, there's a reason it's not available. But I really want to just get married in peace. Manifesting that. But that's a conversation for another day. Got my wedding dress. I need to get it hemmed and altered and all that fun stuff. So that might be coming up in December maybe, but possibly in 2025. I am excited to just appreciate all that the holidays have to offer. I feel like I want to enjoy the holiday spirit. I want to enjoy the holiday positivity. And I just want to soak up as much goodness as I can through the end of 2025. So thank you so much for listening to me get all this shit off my chest. I'm hoping now that I've talked about it, I can leave it in November and just move on in December. I hope I can be the bigger person. I struggle with that, but I'm going to try. I'm just going to get it off my back, get it off my chest, and leave it in November. And if it rears its ugly head in December, a mental breakdown is on the horizon. Absolutely. But with that being said, welcome December, welcome Vlogmas, and I will see you tomorrow. Yep, with another video. Bye.